we started with really big goals and no dollars behind for those goals. To this day, I probably have tracks of compost in this car and manure. They're like, why does it smell weird in here? It's vanilla and manure. You haven't heard of it. Delicious. But so we didn't have trucks. We didn't have the budget. So at that time, I have like a Kicks. Maddie has a sedan, and then Haley has a little bit bigger car. We lift in, and we're just putting manure in our car. And we're using tarps so that we don't have buckets. And that one time, Haley took a big break in the car and all the manure got chucked to the front. Oh my gosh.
Got it done.
It was a lot of perseverance, and it was a lot of can we just do it ourselves?
Turns out, yeah, they can, and they did.
This is a story about how a handful of people, a big dream, and a few sedan loads of compost turned a forgotten lot into a thriving space where good things grow.
How sweaty am I going to be?
We didn't have that spicy. I don't know.
Cheers. They're very spicy.
No. I need a strawberry stat.
Ooh, that is real good though.
Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Gomez, one of 3 of the co-founders here at Shift Our Ways Collective, your backyard farm. Welcome to our space.
Didn't always look like this. What was this place like before?
I'll paint the picture. On this lot, where we're sitting at now, just empty, but it was an art hub for graffiti and a dumpster zone. Started us off with $3,000, and that helped us buy garden beds, the tools, just everything. And we also weren't farmers yet, and we're gonna grow food. So imagine we're gonna do it, right? Yeah, yep, okay. We just knew we wanted to have produce. We wanted that the neighbors would be able to come to a green space. Bed is one of the first beds that we planted was strawberries.
What's the reaction been like when people come in and harvest?
Definitely a mixture of weariness, are you sure it's free? Or there's also what can I bring? Can I bring something? And it's very trade, and that's always so sweet when they're happy. They're oh my, I have dragon fruit at my house. I'll go bring it right now. Nice. So it's definitely a gift here.
I love it.
It's not just food access in terms of can I buy it, but can I connect with it? Hoping to model that where kids and their parents or their grandparents, aunts and uncles can come and harvest it from the start, from the very beginning, and ask questions. We're if strawberry might be our dam, we might make money.
I love it. I had no idea you didn't have farming experience before this.
Yes,
tell me about that.
My grandparents, they are from Mexico, so they are very well acquainted with the land. I grew up as a city girl, but I remember going on walks with my grandma, and she would just pick food. She would forage fruit and stuff all over. I love nopales. Have you tried them?
No.
Oh my gosh, I could kill them right here for you. Mm-hmm. There's kind of a hills, and there would be nopales that were growing out of them. So my grandma would have a machete while we're on our walks, and she would just have her glove, and she would cut it, and we would have our nopales that were foraged. So we're not buying any nopales. So that's my background with food and culture and what that meant to me as a kid, watching her do that.
Yeah.
But prior to that, me growing stuff,
yeah,
that was not, I did not.
Oh, that's incredible. So you've learned, the past few years doing this project?
Yeah.
Amazing.
We're able to learn, there has been so many plants that I thought grew from a tree, but it actually grows from the ground, y'all.
I think a lot about, connection, knowing what food looks like when it's being grown, and this kind of lost connection that we have with where our food comes from, and just with our communities. And so I was hoping you could kind of speak to that a little bit.
Ooh, I love this powerful question. I felt really inspired, kind of feeling like I didn't have a community, actually. When this was bare bones, we would put out a towel. There was full sun, there's no shade, and we're just sitting there what does community mean to us? What is it connecting mean for us? We wanted to practice what we preach in a way, but we're also trying to shift ourselves. And this project was because we wanted to grow too, and we wanted to grow with our community. We didn't come knowing everything. So we had to have those discussions, what does connection to food look like? Mm-hmm. And so that really inspired having a space that cultivated that or that empowered our neighbors to join.
Shovel compost together?
Absolutely.
All right. Should we talk about green space access?
I love talking about green space access. So having a green space means that you have an area where there's pollinators, there's life happening, to also welcome the community in. Like, okay, you don't have access to a park in your area, well, you can come here.
We know that access to green space means healthier communities, right? It's like there's so many benefits. It can lower blood pressure even. It can reduce the rate of diabetes. It helps mental health to have this community space and to have green spaces like this. And so it's just magic. And I'm just so happy that this neighborhood has a space like this. And they get you.
There are so many of our neighbors currently and folk that we've spoken with who feel like they can't do this, in their own place. But I just want to encourage that a green space can look different for everybody.
Yeah.
And that a green space is really just being able to go sit outside and have your favorite tree, your favorite plant, near you. These are what we're trying to cultivate. It really does start at a small scale.
Absolutely. All right, should we stop?
But it smells so good. Daddy, can you get the smell?
What?
This once forgotten lot is now a place where things grow. Food, yeah, but also community, connection, and a whole lot of joy. Transformed from the kind of place that you'd walk past without a second glance into a thriving urban farm. It's about being the kind of person who says, yeah, I'll shove a tarp full of manure into my sedan if it means something good might come of it. Because good things do come of it. They grow. And in a world where a lot of people are quick to say, hey, that'll never work, sometimes all it takes is a few stubborn souls crazy enough to believe in the power of a veggie patch to say, well, what if it does?